Okay, very good morning, all of you. Welcome to day 5 of our 7-day challenge. So, we'll start with meditation, and also we have a positive news, which was released by government yesterday. We're talking about vaccine shortage, which is true, and they're also talking about hundreds of crores of vaccines, which will be mostly be available from August till December. So we'll look into that news, but before that, let's go ahead with our meditation, and I hope you guys are all ready. So, waking up early in the morning and then trying to experience this magic is something which we all deserve. So, let's go ahead. So, day 5 of our 7-day challenge. Let's start with our meditation. So, I'll try to increase the volume of the music. We'll spend around 20 minutes today, focused 20 minutes on a conscious breathing, inhalation and exhalation. And I'll let you know, so don't worry about the time. So just relax and focus on your breathing. And as you do, and as you know the protocol, while you inhale, correlate that with all the positivity. Imagine that you're taking in all the positivity which is right now around us in this wonderful time frame. And as you're exhaling, imagine that you're leaving out all the negativity which has accumulated over the period of time, especially during these challenging times. So I hope you guys are ready. You can either close your eyes or look into this wonderful image where you can find beautiful sunrise. That's actually happening right now. Okay, here we go. 20 minutes today. Wow experience. Right. So now, if you're fallen asleep, it's time to wake up, and we'll go ahead with our news, which I said I'll be sharing in regard to vaccine doses, which was made available yesterday by our government. So what is this all about? So as you know, we're having shortage of vaccines, right? Right now, many of the vaccine centers in different parts of the states, and in fact, each respective state is calling for global tenders to procure vaccines. So government has given the following information saying that from August to December, based on their expectations and the manufacturing capacity available in our country, are going to produce 216 crore vaccine doses for Indians, exclusively made in India. So Niti Aayog member Dr. V.K. Paul has said that 216 crore doses of COVID-19 vaccines will be manufactured in India between August and December for India and for Indians. There should be no doubt that vaccine will be available for all as we move forward. He also shared a provisional table of vaccines that will be manufactured. It's a probable table which you can see on your right. So Covishield, Covaxin, and Sputnik. Sputnik, they say that Sputnik V is going to be available from next week for general public, I reckon. So Covishield production or availability from August to December, around 75 crore. Covaxin around 55 crore. BioE subunit vaccine 30 crore. Zydus Zycovedi, which we discussed previously, DNA plasmid based 5 crore. Novavax 20 crore. Nasal vaccine, BB nasal vaccine 10 crore doses. Genova mRNA vaccine 6 crore doses. Sputnik vaccine 15.6 crore. So Sputnik V, Sputnik Light, I'm not sure still, but as of now they say it's Sputnik V. So total of 216 crore vaccine. So over 2 billion doses could become available within this time frame. This year, we're talking about this year, 2021. Additionally, they say other foreign vaccine may also become available, depending upon the talks we have with other governments. Also, we have picked up, see, various news channels have picked up this news, and we'll also go through one of the news articles, right? And see if we can get any additional information in regard to this, because this is definitely a positive news. So, yeah, here we go. So, this is so many ads. News 18 website. So India moves to vaccinate all citizens by year end to 16 crore doses to be available from August to December. So India will have enough doses to inoculate all citizens by December. The head of National Task Force on COVID-19 vaccines said on Thursday. So dangling the prospect of a final victory against a virus that is now devastating homes and families across the country, Between August and December, Niti, I remember Dr. Vinod Kumar, VK Paul said 216 crore vaccine doses would become available, which means that there will be surplus doses after every Indian is vaccinated. So overall, 216 crore doses of vaccines will be manufactured in India for Indians, and there should be no doubt that vaccines will be available for all as we move forward, which we have already gone through. Paul mentioned 8 vaccines, as we have seen in the table, a significant increase from the currently used 2 vaccines, Covaxin and Covishield, and the number of doses for each that are likely to be available in the country of 130 crore people in 5-month period ending December. 130 crore it is. Successful implementation of plan would help defeat the pandemic at the dawn of a new year and also spark hopes of normalcy in the country battered by a brutal second wave of COVID-19. So we all know what's happening right now. Paul said Gamaliel's Sputnik V vaccine had already arrived in India. I'm happy to say that we are hopeful that it will be available in the market next week, right? Also, we have ZycoVD coming up. So we're hopeful that the sale of limited supply that has come from there will begin next week. In fact, we received the vaccines already if you had observed news, but I think they are still in trials. So these are the data. August to December target of 216 crore vaccines. So 3, 6, 7, 8 types of vaccines which the government has listed out. Okay, the list mentioned by Paul did not include the vaccines by those available in China and US, Pfizer, BioNTech, Johnson & Johnson, J&J, Moderna, and China's Sinopharm. So in April, the government approved recommendations for emergency use of COVID vaccines already cleared by regulators in US, Europe, Japan, and UK, and those mentioned in WHO's emerging listing. The 4 vaccines mentioned above could make the cut through this route, hopefully. Paul said that Department of Biotechnology, Foreign Minister and other concerned departments have been in touch with Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson from the beginning. They were officially asked if they would like to send doses to India or manufacture in India. We would find partners and assist. So on increasing the production of Covaxin, Paul said Bharat Biotech had already welcomed the move aimed at ramping up the production of doses by involving other players. In fact, they're talking about patent favors, and also they're talking about transferring this technology to other manufacturers so that they'll be able to produce more doses. So I think that's another information we have. And also another news is that they started trials, recruit trials for a vaccine program between 2 to 18 years, which was released yesterday. And also we have other data which is available over here. So this is very interesting. And according to government data, as of Thursday morning, the cumulative number of COVID vaccine doses administered in the country exceeded 17.72 crore. But in a country of 130 crore population, so obviously we need more number of vaccines. So other stats are available over here. Okay. So I think we can stop it here. So this is one of the information news articles from News 18. So that's something which I found very positive. I know the current situations, vaccine shortages, they're calling it as, in fact, if you had observed the Lancet article and various other scientific articles and also the foreign media, considering this vaccine program as a failure, and which is definitely true. Vaccine centers are being shut. If you see everyday news, state governments, chief ministers are requesting the center to send additional doses. They're talking about limited number of vaccine supplies. And in fact, in Delhi, I heard yesterday that many of the vaccine centers are shut due to non-availability of vaccines. So they announced that vaccines will be available between 18 to 44 year age group, but there are no vaccines available. So I think amid this criticism, the government has come up with this stats, at least it seems a solace. And let's hope that it actually turns out into a reality and we'll be able to vaccinate all our population at least by this year end and save lives in the process, because vaccination is a definitive solution to the ongoing pandemic, right? So this is what I wanted to share, and I hope you found the session positive and useful, and your feedback is always welcome. And as I say, it's not easy to start one day early in the morning, because the main challenge which we all have, especially in this modern day, is temptation. So we need to resist so many temptations. Eating late night, watching OTT platforms, our favorite programs, news channels, smartphones, social media. In fact, this generation, I personally feel that it has more challenges in terms of resisting these temptations, these specific temptations. Each and every generation has their own challenges, but our challenges are unique, isn't it? So, in spite of all these challenges, if you're sleeping early, if you're being disciplined, and if you're starting your day early, that itself, mark my words, is success. And as I said yesterday in last night's dinner session, only successful people start their day early and accomplish all their priorities accordingly. Right? So have a fantastic day ahead. I'll see you again in tonight's dinner session, where we'll see the other part of the world. And have a wonderful day. Wish you all the best. Love you all.